good day, it's me, Jaycee, and welcome to Robot Show Tunes, my very own YouTube channel where I get to review Transformers toys, Voltus 5 toys, Macross or Robotech toys, Evangelion toys, and just about whatever else I may fancy. And for today, I am going to review New Age Toys Lucifer, a Legends class third-party representation of Generation 1 Starscream. Now for this and other way cool stuff, visit Hobby Korner, that's corner with a K, in Shoppesville, Greenhills. So, here's the box, the back. The left and right sides are identical. The top and bottom are also identical. Now let's move on to what you get inside. You get Starscream packaged in his jet mode. You get a pair of null rays that attach here and here. You get alternate pointy hands. You get alternate jazz hands. You get blast effects for the null rays. You get blast effects for the thrusters. Each effect is composed of 2 sections. You get a display platform that forms 1/12 of the space bridge. Underneath it, you can store the display bracket, a pair of reinforcement parts for connecting all the platforms together when you're forming the space bridge, and 2 alternate adapters. The bracket hinges here, here, and here. You can remove the default adapter by merely twisting it off and replacing it with either of the 2 adapters, this one being the claw and this one being the peg, the wider circumference peg. You can plug the bracket into any one of these 3 slots, and you can use the default adapter to plug into this slot here, right between the legs. Again, here are the 2 reinforcement parts that helps connect the single platform to other platforms to form the space bridge. Basically, there are these grooves up here, down here, up here, up here. Just clip them here, and that's how, and these are the connection points to the other parts of the space bridge. You get 2 missiles that peg where the null rays peg. Just take the null rays off and replace them with these for an alternate look. You get a size-shifted Megatron in pistol mode that can supposedly peg here rather. Yeah, but not very securely in my opinion. In robot mode, Starscream can also wield the Megatron pistol. Now with contents out of the way, let's see how Screamer measures up. So here's New Age Starscream with New Age Megatron, with New Age Bombshell, with New Age Jazz, with Magic Square Trailbreaker, with Tanaka Tony Robot Former's Blue Streak, and with Funko Pop Death of the Endless. Let's move on to transformation. To transform Starscream, first you remove the null rays, fold in the landing gear if they are out, disconnect the wings slightly, flip down the toes, bring out the arms, just unfold them to the side, then close up the forearms, then keep them there for the time being. Flip this down, open this tiny hatch, then flip this over like this, which gives you the clearance to turn the head like that, 180 degrees, bring it back to the front, so it looks something like that. Bring out these panels by pushing at the side, then unfolding them like this. So push to push and then bring out. Break this tip, break this tip, fold it out all the way like that, fold like so, and then these two tabs, plug them into these two slots down here. There. Then bend these intakes forward. From there, untab these red panels that frees up the wings so you can fold them up. Bring these out a bit so you'll avoid the arms. Keep this hatch from earlier, keep it open. No, actually close it, so you can fold this up, and this tab goes into this slot, the one with the screw. Once that's in there, close these panels, arrange the wings as desired, bring down the hands, orient it so that it makes sense. So it looks like, so he looks like this. Now from here, separate the legs, open this panel, fold this piece, like so, and fold that gray fin up to there, and from here fold the blue fin, the combined blue fin and gray fin inward. Then this is the tricky part. Turn this piece 180 degrees. You can maneuver this any way you like to make it easier. So basically just push. Push, then it'll turn. There, it's turning. Once that's turned all the way 180 degrees, you orient the fins like this. Fold this piece in, fold this piece in so it fills that up, and there's this tab. This tab goes into that slot. Take note that it kind of doesn't close completely. There are a lot of gaps here, and that is natural. That's just how it is engineered. Repeat with the other side. So open this up, fold this up, fold this in, turn this piece 180 degrees, maneuver the fin whatever way it makes it easier for you, then orient your fin like this, fold this to fill in that gap, then insert this peg into this slot, home stretch, plug in the null rays, and there you have Starscream in his robot mode. Now let us move on to articulation. For articulation, the head is on a ball peg, can turn 360 degrees, yes. Slight tilting forward, slight tilting back, slight tilting side to side. The wings are on double hinges. First hinge, oh hold on. Hinge number 1 gets you up to there. Hinge number 2, yeah, up to there. So hinge number 1, okay, hinge number 1 up to there, hinge number 2 up to there, and up to there, yay! The shoulders are on ball joints. You can extend the arm up to there and turn it 360 degrees, theoretically anyway, but the wings are in the way. You have a bicep swivel, gives you 360 degrees. You have a single hinge elbow, gets you up to there. And you have a wrist swivel, gives you 360 degrees. You have a waist swivel, gives you, hold on, oh no, it doesn't give you 360 degrees. There are some obstructions, but this is the range from there to there. Yeah, there's no way you can manipulate it so that the obstruction isn't there. You have T-jointed ball joints for straddle splitting and lift the hip skirts. Grand jetéing. You have a crotch hinge, gets you from there to like that. You have a thigh swivel, gives you 360. You have a single hinge knee, gets you up to there. You have ankle rockers that get you that far in. Let's see. Oh, this one rocks in further, but because there's a tab here, the tab that brings the legs together, that's in the way. The rocking is only up to there. Okay, now with articulation done, let us move on to size comparisons in robot mode. Again, here's New Age Starscream with New Age Megatron, with New Age Bombshell, with New Age Jazz, with Magic Square Trailbreaker, with Tanaka Tony Robot Former's Blue Streak, and with Funko Pop Death of the Endless. Let's wrap things up with my final thoughts. Alright, final thoughts. Cons first. The robot mode is very back heavy. Even with metal feet to act as counterbalance, it's difficult to keep Starscream in a standing pose. It's also difficult to pose the arms because you can't avoid disturbing the transformation joints in the shoulders and elbows. The underside of the jet mode is not anime accurate. It's a minor nitpick, but since Starscream is a jet, his underside shows up in the toon a lot because he's flying above others. Other people, other Transformers, other robots. The landing gear are a solid blue color, not realistic at all. They could have at least painted the tires black. The crotch hinge is somewhat loose. I haven't tried it yet, but this might make Starscream flying a la Superman a difficult pose to pull off with the display platform. Another minor nitpick, the engineering or design deliberately didn't allow for the lower legs to close completely, resulting in gaps, slight gaps, like this there. It's like, it's really bursting. And last con, the coronation gear does not come with this version, but with a clear, transparent one. Pros, despite the underside from every other perspective, this is G1 Starscream through and through. You get tons of accessories that are useful, beautiful, or both. And final word, many collectors have informally voted this New Age's crown jewel, but I am not one of them. While breathtakingly beautiful, the lack of extra articulation points and the looseness in the articulation points it does have doesn't really serve Starscream's beauty well. I would rather this Starscream had a head that tilts all the way up than a ridiculous crotch hinge that serves no discernible purpose. Still, this is a thing of beauty, and as such deserves some slack. Anyway, that's my 2 cents, and this is the end of today's tune. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to this channel, and like Robot Show Tunes on Facebook if it so please you. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you at the theater.